Over the course of the last 3 chapters, you've learned a lot about theme building. We started off with building a theme from scratch, and we did everything from creating a .info file to setting up the file structure. We looked at how to create a screenshot and include it in your theme directory, how to add a default logo, and we also looked at regions and adding CSS and JavaScript files to your theme. And we did all of this to get a feel for all of the elements of a theme and how they all work together. In a practical sense, we're rarely going to build a theme from scratch. So next we looked at how to build a sub-theme, how to use an existing theme as a base theme, and leverage all of the existing code and resources inside of that theme, but be able to extend it and override specific aspects of a theme using the sub-theme. We then looked at how to copy an entire theme and duplicate it using all of its resources, but locking it down in a way that's not possible with the sub-theme. We looked at how to identify the places that need to be changed in order to make a theme copy our own theme. We looked at how to organize CSS files in a meaningful way. A lot of times we begin with just a giant CSS file, and it makes sense to split it up according to various parameters. For example, a lot of themes have a layout.css file for layout-specific styling, and then another one for general styles that are used across the theme. And finally, we looked at a couple more advanced theme building tips, including how to enable and disable specific toggle features inside of the theme settings page using the feature setting inside of a .info file. And then we looked at how to conditionally add JavaScript and CSS files based on particular conditions, for example, matching a particular page path or adding a style sheet or a JavaScript file for a particular user role. From here, there's a few things you can do to build on what you've learned in these 3 chapters. First of all, you can download a contributed theme and build a sub-theme based on that theme. Now it's pretty simple, straightforward. See how far you can extend it. See what you can do to override and build on top of that theme. Next, you can take a theme that maybe you've already built or are in the process of converting to Drupal and organize the CSS files in a meaningful way. If you have one of those giant monolithic CSS files, look at how those styles can be broken up so that it makes it easier for themers and other team members to work on specific style sheets without breaking anything that would be pretty important to the layout of the site. And finally, based on what you know about theme settings and about how to conditionally add CSS files, add a theme setting to your theme that allows users to select particular paths that will trigger the inclusion of a particular CSS file. You have all of the pieces that you need from the previous videos, but they just need to be stitched together in a particular way. And when you're ready, go ahead and move on to the next videos.